Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and today, unfortunately, we're only going to be doing a very short 20-minute stream. Maybe after this stream and after my league match today, which I was going to announce, I can maybe try and do a little update stream or something just to get our minutes in. Maybe I can show you guys the game, maybe, if people would like that. But for the time being, I need to do some Woodpecker method puzzles because I've had a super long day, not had a chance to think about chess really at all. And I have a league match starting in an hour. So, yeah, welcome Lucas, welcome Gloin. I hope you guys are doing well. Not about crazy game. I did hear about this, but I didn't get to really look into it. But I think let's just do some puzzles. I'm gonna finish off my quick dinner, and yeah, hopefully you can start just seeing some variations because I feel like that's gonna be useful for this classical game this evening. I'm quite excited to play and give it my best shot. Okay, so let's go. Kasparov against Smyslov. Black to play. Like, it's taken me until now to remember to look for my loose pieces. So I had rook on d1, on rook on c8. Okay, so I've done like an assessment of the position. Time to calculate some candidates. We've got a check here, we've got a check here. We've got captures with the bishop, we've got captures on f6. And what about threats in this position? Maybe take and then queen h5 to hit the rook. Don't really see anything else in terms of threats, to be honest. Okay, so let's just start calculating then. So queen g2, bishop g2, king g2, and have we literally gained anything at all? And take on f6, rook f6, and there's nothing. So okay, what about rook e1? They can just take with the rook, and there's nothing. I guess this queen is the only defense of this pawn, actually, this checkmate. So maybe I can try and displace this queen. But okay, what other captures do we have? Bishop takes. I guess if they take with the queen, I can take their rook. Actually, then how can they take us? They probably can't, right? So then in that case, they need to throw in a move like, let's say, rook g4 or something different. So do they have any captures? You can also take on h7 maybe, with hitting the queen. But okay, let's say bishop g2 and they play rook g4. I mean, I can always then take on f6. And I've won a pawn as well. Let's just have a look at this knight h7. Knight h7 feels very scary, but what happens if I just take it? So I've won a piece and a pawn for a pawn. They could throw in one check, I can run. And they still can't take because then I take on h4. So I feel like bishop g2 is winning. Or like winning a pawn at least. That's what I mean. I think let's play it. I needed to look harder at defenses. That's so annoying. I looked at rook g4, I looked at knight takes h7. But I should have looked for more threats. h4 in this position. Cannot keep connection with both f4 and g2. Yeah, I just didn't consider h4. I guess it's because like h4 is on the side of their king, so it's like it doesn't feel like they have the potential to weaken their king, but I just need to think more simply, like it attacks my queen, it's a threat, it needs to be considered. That's very annoying. So, I know what it's going to be. This bishop f6, the reasoning for it is it's going to be bishop g2, but with the queen having connection on the rook on f6. So bishop f6, rook f6 and bishop g2 now. And probably then on h4, then I can play like queen g7. Maybe not queen g7 though, because then they've got rook takes f7. God, this is confusing. So bishop takes f6. If they go h4. No, bishop takes f6, rook takes f6. And then bishop takes g2 was the idea. If we go h4. I don't know where we can put the queen. Because queen g7 is met by rook takes f7. And just don't get it. Oh, queen g4 instead of queen g7 after h4. I didn't even consider that. But isn't a rook on f6? Then you're no longer having connection with... Oh, you're going to hit the rook on d1. Oh my god, the loose rook on d1. Bishop f6, rook f6, bishop g2, h4, queen g4. That's nasty. Wow, Peter. Nice job. And welcome, Plan, to the stream. Hope you're doing well. That's very nice. Oh, and queen g4. God, like, keeping tabs on everything in the position is like a real struggle of mine. That's super nice. Wow. Yeah, and for this reason, actually, queen h5 is also winning because it hits the rook, but queen g4 is way more sensible. Or logical. Maybe they're both just as sensible as each other. Yeah, very nice. Okay, let's do another one. See if we can do better. And I have this league match today at 7:30. So I need to just get some calculation and just be a bit sharper, and then try and get my head in the game because it's definitely not, and that's not a good sign. Okay, we've got queen rook rook against queen rook rook, knight knight bishop bishop, knight knight bishop bishop. We've got 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so our pawn is advanced to g6. We can threaten to take on f7 and h7. Queen is on the line of our king. We've got a knight centralized. We've got the bishop pair. Our rooks are connected. Their pieces are maybe a bit blocked up on the queen side, given how aggressive we're placed on the king side. So, okay. Anything else to note? No pieces are loose except for the queen on g4. There's tension on this knight on d4, also tension on the knight on c6. Maybe some x-ray going on here. X-ray going on here. X-rays here. Okay, so let's start calculating. So we can take on h7 or take on f7. Those are only checks. What about captures? We can take on e6 with a knight. Could do it with a queen, but probably not. We can also take on c6. Also take on a6, but probably bad. Take on d5 as well. Bishop takes d5. What about threats? I'm not so sure. So for now, let's actually just stick with this. So, okay, let's imagine we take on f7. We are forking the king and rook, so they have to take back. King takes f7. We have a knight e5 check. Still potentially take on e6. Knight e5, I mean, it's very well covered. So it takes on f7, king takes f7. I mean, maybe like takes on f7, king takes f7, and then push f5 looks promising. I mean, we haven't even sacrificed anything, and the king is getting weaker, so it does feel nice. Let's just consider our alternatives, though, since nothing else is jumping out there. If we take on h7, here they actually have the choice whether to take. They can also go king h8. I feel like this can't be better. Trying to remember if I've had a hay fever pill today. Might be why my eyes are itchy. No idea. Surely if you take 2 hay fever pills, it's not going to kill you. Okay, I'll take another one. So where were we? Do any of these captures work, like taking on e6, pawn takes e6? Probably not. I mean, f5 at the start could be potentially strong as well, but... I mean, taking on f7 looks like by far the most promising move. And f5 at the bare minimum has to be decent. So let's play this for now and then start thinking. Yeah. So f5 feels like the bare minimum. But maybe we can do something even better. Like, for instance, like bishop h3 to try and prepare knight e6. Can we even do knight e6 immediately then? Knight e6, rook takes, and then bishop h3. Then he just moves back. If I take on c6, they can always take with the rook to keep tabs on a6. And probably a step in the wrong direction. I feel like it has to be f5. I mean, I don't see any problems with it. They could potentially go like knight e5 maybe. But when I take on e6 with check, I mean, it has to be good. That's crazy it's not f5. I mean, like, I understand that it wasn't like a tactic or something, but f5 feels so strong. But knight e6 is actually playable here. I mean, this was something I considered at least. I just didn't see what was the follow-up. The pawn on d5, I completely forgot that this was vulnerable. If I'd seen bishop takes d5, then of course I look further, but I completely forgot that I had seen that this was a capture. You know, when I'm going through my captures, I'm looking at c6, a6, f7, h7, like I don't remember that I've got this, even though I looked at it at the start, which is very annoying. Very annoying. So okay, let's calculate it now. So if rook takes, then I guess bishop takes d5. There's no knight c5 because knight takes c5. So rook takes, bishop takes d5, knight f8. I guess I could go knight c5 anyway and build up more pressure. Don't know if they can even hang on to that piece. Yeah, I think bishop d5 is just winning. Yeah. Oh, that's really annoying. f5's not even +1. Oh, they can take on d4 and temporarily defend d6. Oh, I should consider this. Come on. Actually shocking. I mean, you know, like you gotta consider this. It's like if I see this move, then probably I have to keep thinking because then it's not completely clear. Yeah, it's annoying. Missing bishop d5. Did you guys find bishop d5? 130 moves now in Nordebek's game. I had it. It's crazy. Who are you playing? I have some ideas of who I'm playing, but you know, it's the first game of the season. Like, it's very unclear which rosters are going to show up. Gf7, king of7, knight e6, rook e6, bishop d5. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it's not even a matter of like not seeing bishop takes d5 because I saw it. It's just like being able to remember that I saw it, right? It sounds so stupid, but that's the kind of issues I have to deal with when calculating. So, okay, let's do some more. Let's try and get positive in a better mindset before we play this match. Because it's very important that you need to be like turning up to the game, feeling confident about your chess and being happy to be there, right? Being keen to play. Like I've got like a lot of things on my plate right now, and yeah, it's a different struggle to like in the summer, because in the summer like I can kind of, you know, put all of those things to the side and just focus on the chess. Whereas right now it's like I can't do that because I'm kind of in everyday life, and then having to just snap out of that and focus on chess. It's not easy. And I think that can lead to like kind of these kind of oversights, right? But okay, let's keep trying. So okay, queen rook rook against queen rook knight. We've also got an extra bishop, so okay, we're up a whole rook. Rook for a pawn is the material imbalance. However, they do have a fork in the position. Our king is quite exposed. Probably I still prefer the bishop if I can, you know, sort this out. But at the same time, I understand, you know, bishop for knight is probably less relevant when I'm a whole rook up. If I were to just move the queen, like queen d6, if they took my rook and I take back with the queen, they take on e7, and that's the issue. Like they regain their material and they stay a pawn up. So what candidates do? Well, what else is there to note in the position? I mean, the rook on a1 is exposed. This is on a dark square. I've got dark square bishop. Maybe there's some pin ideas. There's this fork, as I mentioned already. This is underdeveloped. So, okay, what ideas then come to mind? Rook e6 is maybe, queen e6 is maybe. But let's start with our checks and captures. Okay, this is a check, this is a check. Do we have any captures? No. So, okay, we've got some maybe pin ideas. Maybe a pin idea this way. Maybe we can hit the queen with a bishop. I mean, queen e6, the more I look at it, the more I like it, right? If they take my rook... Oh, but then I'm not up material, right? If I just trade them and move my bishop. Because the nice thing is that they don't have time to take my bishop with check, because I take back with the queen. So, how promising is this position? And then just moving the bishop somewhere. Maybe it's not completely clear. That would be better. So, okay, queen e6 feels a bit unclear. What about this bishop c5 idea? If they take my queen and I take theirs, and they take my rook, I take on f2 and then take back. At least I regain a pawn so that I'm equal in material, but still it's not ideal. f4 is a threat as well. Does that change anything if the queen just takes? Be great if we could exploit this somehow, but I don't see how. What if I play like a move like queen d5 so that when they take on here, then I can throw in bishop c5. If the queen moves, I can take the knight and stay material up. So maybe it's something like this with bishop c5, a timely bishop c5. But here they could give a check. And then I'd be forced to, because I'm getting forked as well. So where's a better square for this queen? That still covers this square. Maybe like queen c7 then? But no, because then the knight is blocking and I can't go bishop c5, they just take it. So actually maybe there's no square that actually achieves that, only d5, and it's not really working. Yeah, I literally have no idea. How do I stay material up? Like, this shouldn't be that hard. I don't even remember the way how I could have regained the pawn and just be equal in material. I've forgotten what line that was. And I can't seem to find it again, which is very annoying. I have no idea. Like I've looked at... Okay, I haven't even looked at my checks. But, I mean, they just literally lose on the spot, so... And then there are no captures. None of the threats make any sense. Jesus Christ. It's like I have no tempo gaining moves, so it's like I actually don't have any time to sort anything out. And how do I sort things out? It's like queen e6, there's knight e6, and queen e3, pawn e3, bishop c5, knight d4. I don't see what I'm doing there. What about like f4, queen takes f4, and then, I don't know, some bishop d6 or something? Just doesn't look good. I actually have no idea. Oh god, this is gonna be rough. I probably have to get moving for my game very soon. I'll just double check that the game is at 7:30, not at 7, because if it's, yeah, no one's panicking, so I'll assume that it is 7:30. Yeah, running out of time. Chat stopped working. Jesus Christ. Okay. Got chat back on. Haven't looked at the solution. I assume someone's found it. I have no idea. Oh, I remember now the move was bishop c5 in order not to... Bishop c5 at least doesn't lose me the game. And as it stands, it might be my best try. Like, I really don't see something better. Yep, time is running out. Yeah. f4. Almost the only move I looked at when trying to solve this in the video recording. Interesting. So did Axel Smith get it wrong? I mean, rook e6 takes... Yeah. I mean, what's special about this? I don't know. But yeah, apparently f4 does work. I mean, I did try to make it work, but I didn't see how the position changed in a way that was good for me. Like queen takes f4 and I don't see it. So what is chat saying? Wow, people are finding this f4. So well done Lucas and well done Frizz. But what is the line? f4 and then queen e6. Oh, why can't I consider that? I mean, it's so simple, right? Because then we just stay a piece up. I think my brain is just cooked. Like, queen takes f4, you just play queen e6, and then just if they take the rook, you take back. I mean, I was trying to look for a simple solution like this, but I just couldn't see it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. So probably then, what, they're going to take with the pawn or something? But then pawn takes surely runs into some problems with the open g file, which I also don't see. Alright, queen e6 is apparently alternative. Probably any queen move that protects the rook in a reasonable way. Probably then queen d6 is also fine. This is wrong. But why would queen d6 be wrong? Because if they take on c6, you can just take back. Queen d6, they play like queen g4 check. I just go king h8. And again, I stay material up. So what the hell is wrong with queen d6? Okay, so queen d6 is literally fine. But this is a trash book, as we know. So, okay, fine, whatever. Okay, yeah. Other queen moves are the same. Brilliant. Yeah, and I saw a message from Prabhat, I think, on the YouTube, like, oh, leave a comment when things are wrong. But it's like, why should, we be the ones fixing their book while they make profit off of it? It's like, it's their responsibility to, like, have a working book. And, if the guy is like, just, I don't know, too lazy to like, fix this stuff himself. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just a piss take. But yeah, no, I should find f4. I should find f4 because it makes so much sense. But okay, guys, I think I have to get moving. Unfortunately, I won't have time to actually solve one of these correctly. But I'm gonna try and improve my mood, get my head into the swing of things. Just read over some basic classical chess advice that I have. And fingers crossed, we can get a W for the start of this season. So, welcome as well to A Random Chess Player. Hope you're doing well. I'm actually playing my first Liverpool League match this season for John Littlewood. We're playing. I think iBuff. I think is the team. So yeah, hopefully we get a good game in, and yeah, see you guys around. Yeah, I missed the daily. This book is trash. Oh my god! Like I swear to God. Yeah, trash book. Okay, bye.